Hey there! Still shocked by the brutal math module 2? 3 months of grinding out and no score improvement? Ran out of resources to prep? Worry not. I have got some awesome resources and study tips to share with you today. At the end of this video, I also have a free bonus giveaway. So stay tuned. Hello, I am Shwetang. I scored an 800 on the math section of the digital SAT and a 1550 overall, placing me on the 99th percentile. So let's get this video started. The first and the most important tip is SAT is a standardized test. So always stick to the official study material. SAT tests limited concepts. Understanding those concepts is crucial. College Board frames questions in a very unique way, including how they frame the wrong answer choices. Most third-party prep companies are unable to replicate that level of precision. So I would highly recommend sticking primarily to official sources. Even if you have done them once, there is no harm in attempting them again and doing them again and again until you absorb all of it. Remember, this consistency pays off. Bluebook is the most important testing tool in your arsenal. Great news for everyone. College Board has released tests 5 and 6. So if you have exhausted the 4 Bluebook tests, you can go back and solve the tests 5 and 6 before you retake SAT. You need to maintain the sanctity of Bluebook testing for your own good. You cannot practice questions from the College Board question bank or the non-adapted tests that College Board has released on their website, or even look at YouTube videos where tutors are sharing how to solve Bluebook test questions without spoiler alerts. What it does is, it adds or inflates your score by 50 to 60 points. You don't get to understand where your gaps are, and you struggle on the actual test. So maintain the sanctity as you use the Bluebook tests. Also have a schedule for when you would use the Bluebook tests. I would recommend using the first test just after you have done some basic studying, so you understand what question types and what basic concepts are tested to identify your starting level. Similarly, for the last test, keep it for about 10 or 14 days before the actual test. The third resource I suggest is College Board Question Bank. It's an ultimate resource of questions. You really don't need to go anywhere else. There are thousands of questions on it, graded by level of difficulty, easy, moderate, and difficult. So just grind those out once you have finished your Bluebook tests. Keep the last 2 weeks before the exam just for practicing all the questions from the question bank. You can even set time limits. For example, pick up a set of 30 standard English conventions and see if you can solve them all in 20 minutes. There are more hidden resources on the internet. The old paper mock tests and the CAS. The SAT is now digital, but there is still value in all of these old tests. For mathematics, you can do both the mathematics without the calculator and with calculator section, and feel free to use the calculator because you would have access to the calculator on the digital SAT. For writing, you can use the grammar questions. Just pick which are the grammar questions before you start and do them in an order. You don't need to read the entire passages. Just make sure you're doing the grammar questions from the old paper tests. The fifth and final resource on my list is Khan Academy. Now, Khan Academy is not official source, but they have partnered with College Board for SAT prep. So they have a fairly good hang on how to design those questions. I also think they have access to the list of concepts College Board are testing. So it's very important to go through all the lessons on Khan Academy to make sure you are covering all the concepts that would get tested on the digital SAT. Apart from that, you can also practice all the questions, the foundation, the medium and advanced questions. Keep grinding till you master them all. There are 2 more resources I would recommend. These are not official resources. For writing section, you can always use the Erika Melzer book. It has most of the concepts explained very well. For the reading section though, I don't think they have done a very good job. They have been a bit lazy about adapting their old book to the digital SAT format, but it's still fairly useful. For math, the 1600.io is a good book that's been around for a while. It covers all the concepts in great detail and also has interesting problems that you can practice. Now on to the big free bonus. I am giving out free 60-minute Zoom sessions to those preparing for SAT. I have a form in the description below. Fill that out. Don't wait, slots are limited. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this content helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more such resources and tips. Happy test taking. Remember, if you can master the concepts, you can solve anything.